Hello, I'm Beverly from the Midland Public Library, and today we are going to talk about anger management on our ways to wellness. Everyone feels angry from time to time. Anger is a normal emotion that tells you something is wrong. It might show that someone or something has interfered with your goals, gone against you, or wronged you in some way. Anger can make you feel like defending yourself or attacking or getting revenge. How you experience and express your anger may be influenced by many factors, like gender, culture, religion. Anger is not a bad feeling. Some people believe that anger is bad and they shouldn't express anger. This is not true. It's completely normal to feel angry when you feel threatened, but anger sometimes gets the upper hand. As a result, you may or do or say things that hurt others. Anger can lead to positive change if you express it in a useful and constructive way. Anger can motivate you to make positive changes in your life. It can push you to solve problems. It can help you stand up for yourself and others. For example, people who feel angry about social injustice may speak out and bring about positive change to the system. Too much anger is not good for you. Some people who experience frequent and intense anger may avoid expressing their anger. Others may express their anger in unhelpful ways, like yelling or making hurtful comments. When you have a problem with anger, you may judge other people unfairly. You may unfairly blame others for bad events or assume that other people have wronged you on purpose. All of these reactions can lead to problems in family life, relationship, and work. Anger can also lead to problems with your health. When you experience anger problems, you may not cope with stress. You may have lower self-esteem, and you may be more likely to experience drug or alcohol problems. Anger can also have significant effects on your body. It can lead to muscle tension, increased heart rate, and other uncomfortable or unhealthy body responses. People who don't manage their anger well are more likely to get sick because their bodies aren't able to fight illness or disease. Poorly managed anger can even lead to heart problems. The goal of learning to manage anger is to minimize the negative consequences of this powerful emotion and maximize the positive ones. The goal of learning to manage anger to minimize the negative consequences of this powerful emotion and maximize the positive ones. How do I know if my anger is a problem? Anger becomes a problem if too frequent. Anger may be appropriate and it may be helpful to motivate you. However, if you are coping with a lot of anger on a daily basis, it may be reducing the quality of your life, your relationships, and your health. Even if your anger is justified, you may feel better if you pick up the most important battles. Too intense. Very intense anger is rarely a good thing. Anger triggers the fight or flight response, which causes all physiological reactions. Your heart pumps faster, your breathing increases, and others. You become very angry. You are also much likely to act impulsively or do or say something that you might regret later. Last too long. Angry feelings that last a long time are hard on your mood and on your body. Leads to aggression. You are more likely to become aggressive when your anger is very intense. Lashing out at others, either verbally or physically, is not an effective way to deal with conflict. When anger leads to aggression, no one benefits. Disrupts work and relationship. Intense and frequent anger can lead to problems in your relationship, your coworkers, family members, and friends. At its worst, anger can lead to the loss of employment, damage, or destroy important relationships. What causes anger? Frustrations. Many different situations can provoke anger. These situations might include frustrations, irritations, abuse, unfairness. Situations that provoke anger may fall into more than one category. Irritations. Daily hassles are annoying and can trigger anger. For example, you keep getting interrupted while you're trying to work. Abuse. Anger is a normal and expected reaction to verbal, physical, and sexual abuse. For example, someone puts you down, hits you, or forces you to do something that you do not want to do. Unfairness. Being treated unfairly can also trigger anger. For example, you're blamed for failing to meet a deadline at work when it actually was your coworker's fault. Okay. Internal causes. Different people may have different types of thoughts about the same type of situation. These differences in thinking may lead some people to become angry and more often or more intensely than others. Listed below are some of the internal causes of anger. Evaluations. How you evaluate a situation will influence your emotion. Often people become angry because they take other people's behavior personally. For example, if you think that your friend is late because she doesn't value your time, you will probably feel quite angry. However, if you think that she is late due to busy traffic, you probably won't feel upset. Expectations. Expectations about how things ought to be can also lead to anger if things don't work out as planned. If your expectations are unrealistic, you may feel disappointed, angry, frustrated when things don't work. Private speech. Angry self-talk may make angry feelings more intense or last longer. Thoughts like, I'm going to show them, or he's always getting on my case, may make you feel worse. Tension and stress. It's much easier to become angry when you already feel tense or stressed out. You may notice that you're more likely to have a hard time dealing with anger when you're having a stressful week at work than when things are running smoothly. Tension or stress. It's much easier to become angry when you already feel tense or stressed out. You may notice that you're more likely to have a hard time dealing with anger when you're having a stressful week at work than when things are running smoothly. What can I do about my anger? Anger is a sign that you need to take constructive action. Anger is a source of energy to get things done or to solve problems. Anger management is about problem solving. Understand how anger affects you, building skills to control anger. There are 3 main ways to manage anger. Emotions, relaxation. You can't be relaxed and angry at the same time. Think about anger as your boiling point. If you turn down the temperature, you keep yourself from boiling over. Learning to relax can help reduce your anger level and help you feel calmer than when you're provoked. You have a much greater distance to travel before you get extremely mad. Humor. It's also difficult to be angry when you're laughing. It is easy to take life's annoyances too seriously. Making an effort to see the humor in your frustrations, aggravations can help you combat an automatic angry reaction. Thinking patterns manage your thoughts. A good way to lower anger is to manage angry thoughts about the situation. Take the following steps. Examine the evidence. What evidence supports your view of the situation? Look at alternatives. What are some alternative ways of viewing the situation or conflict? Can you think of some other explanations for why this is happening? What evidence supports the alternative explanation? Empathy. You may feel angry when you think that other people's behavior was intended to hurt you in some way. Often, other people's behavior has nothing to do with you personally. It usually reflects how they are coping with things in their own lives. To make empathy work for you, ask yourself, what does this situation feel like for the other person? Behaviors, problem solving, and anger management. Anger management is a strategic, calculated confrontation aimed at solving a problem. The trick to managing anger well is to have a problem-solving goal. You want to make sure that your response to angry feelings is directed at solving the problem. Don't take your feelings out on everyone around you. Use them in a directed way to solve a problem. Be assertive without being aggressive. How you communicate depends on your goal. Your goal, even when angry, may include improving a valued relationship, maintaining your self-respect, solving a problem, making a request, communicating your feelings, showing understanding, and more. Anyone can learn assertive communication skills. Being assertive does not mean behaving aggressively to get your own way. Communicating in an assertive way is about respecting yourself, respecting others, and learning how to express your feelings honestly and with care. You communicate your needs without hurting others. Negative reaction. How we behave once we have experienced an anger-provoking situation can have a big impact on how much anger we experience and how long the feeling lasts. We will increase our angry feelings if we respond to anger-provoking situation with any of the three don'ts: bottling it up, getting defensive, or lashing out. Bottling it up. One way to deal with anger is to avoid saying anything, walking away mad. Bottling it up as a way of coping with anger is usually ineffective for a number of reasons. The problem doesn't go away. When you think about what happened, you just get angrier. Over time, your anger turns to resentment. You haven't tried to solve a problem, so you may feel discouraged or worse about yourself. You may express unhelpful hostility towards others. When you come across as bitter or hostile, the other person may be hostile in return. Lash out. Physical and verbal aggression is rarely the best response to an anger-provoking situation. Aggressive acts are usually impulsive, acts that you regret later. Aggression leads to negative consequences for everyone involved and doesn't solve anything in the long run. Sometimes anger can lead to serious problems in life. Please consider getting help if your anger is damaging your life in any of the following ways. Anger interferes with family life, job performance, or school performance. Anger leads you to lose control of your actions or what you say. Anger prevents you and your loved ones from enjoying life. Anger leads you to act in a threatening or violent manner toward yourself, other people, animals, or property. Ask your physician or trained healthcare professional about anger management courses and other helpful resources in your community. If you have a problem, speak to your doctor or therapist to seek additional help. Canadian Mental Health Association helps people access the community resources they need to maintain and improve mental health, build resilience, and support recovery from mental illness. Thanks for watching Ways to Wellness. Bye for now, and I'll see you on the next one.